Void Magnus, all of it. Yeah,
okay, they have the push.
Because Void Magnus, long cooldowns on their ultimates. This PR lamp in general does not fight or defend towers that well.
To the incoming gank attempt, and there you go. Uses the Berserker's Call straight away. Now the casket comes out. He does skill up the Voodoo Restoration. This is going to be your first blood drawn by QW on the Magnus. Great. Our cat in some trouble. Telekinesed into the Berserker's Call, but we'll find a bash. Time walk away. And no death on the Void for this one.
Comes J4 top with Ancient Seal as well.
That's Smiley Riley over here. Oh, Chronosphere right onto Lil's face. There's the Mystic Flare to boot. And they'll turn it around for a quick pick on the Rubick. But uh-oh, they lose some armor. Phobos coming in. Misses the Berserker's Call, but the Void, he's out of mana. Maybe he can swap the boot. It's not going to give him nearly enough. Doom out onto J4. They get the kill on the Void. But while this is happening, Illidan gets picked in the bottom lane. It's a 2-for-2 across the map as Luna dies down bottom to the... Oops. Whoa.
As far as just using Doom as a killing tool rather than like a silence.
Illidan with about a minute left on the Aegis. Yeah, a little bit more than that, maybe a minute 5. They will try to smoke into the base. Now with the tier 3 down, things get a little easier. Ditya-Ra doomed right away, but does get off the Stone Gaze. Yeah, petrifies Illidan. Oh no, stolen by Rubick. There it is, he hasn't used it yet. They get the range barracks. Illidan needs to be very careful here about the timing on his Aegis. Now the initiation onto Ditya-Ra. There's the stolen Stone Gaze. Medusa gonna be petrified. Now chshrct comes in. Chrono on 2, but it's just the supports on the backside. Follow-up damage not quite going to be there. SoNNeikO with a decent death ward, but the damage just a bit too spread out. chshrct will get taken down, and they end up clearing out
100 gold. So as long as he kills a few creeps here or gets a hero kill, he could have buyback on top of this, or should have buyback on top of this.
This is a risky time for PowerRangers. They have a glyph, but this is the hold they need to make. Luna, again with the Aegis of the Immortal, will feel pretty brave in the front lines. Ditya-Ra, what a use of the Manta as Mag hops in, gets silenced right away. They'll kill Mag before he can Doom. Now the F-God stuck inside of the Chrono. The Death Ward will find the kill. Illidan, very low. A good RP to lock him down, but Phobos with a taunt on 3 as well. Off on the backside, Lil steals the Chrono, but locks Illidan in place in the fray. That'll be the end of the Aegis. Phobos finds a kill with the spins on the Witch Doctor. Now what can Illidan do as he comes back up? He held his ultimate that whole time. He's ready to fight. Ditya-Ra out of mana. They're both out of cooldowns though. 10 seconds until the Satanic comes back up. Ditya-Ra poking him with the arrows, says, "Get out of my base, son. This is my high ground." QW pushing him down. Ditya-Ra about to win the duel. He will be the manliest Gorgon we've seen this side of the Mississippi as ASUS.Polar get 5-man wiped. There is some pretty serious potential here. This game is a lot closer than the graph would have you believe, I think.
It definitely feels like we're getting there. Ditya on the front line does have a buyback if he gets caught out.
Oh, RP on 2 to get things started. The Death Ward doing so much work here. Mag and Illidan skewered back into the base. Ditya-Ra is doomed. He's going to try to make a run for it, doing what damage he can on the way. Buyback from the Magnus as he was the first to fall as they trade it for the Rubick. Ditya-Ra standing his ground, almost wins the duel. Their barracks will get cleaned up. Buybacks coming aplenty. 3 have now been burned from PR. chshrct way deep out of the base. And he's just going to get dunked. The F-God will still live, and this go-around, not nearly as good for PR.
No, and they got the
still scooting. Phobos has the Yules, and now the duration just resets. And this is where that damage output is ridiculous. Is that a stolen Death Ward? No, it's not. It's the Witch Doctor on the low ground, but it just tickles Phobos. A decent Chronosphere. Ditya-Ra's still alive. He just needs to get this Doom dispelled. If they can keep stunning up Mag, maybe he can make it away. Playing a little ring around the rosy here. Still can't use the ultimate. Mag will actually turn it around and find a kill. GG is called after that disastrous fight. PR just picked apart. The Ags upgraded Doom, proving to be quite effective there in that last little skirmish.
Well, things are going to reset. The best of 5 now becomes a best of 3 with things tied 1 game apiece. ASUS.Polar looked like they had game 1. They kind of got turned around on the back of a Ditya-Ra Anti-Mage. This time around, though, they got the job done. They sealed the deal with their lead. Yeah. Lil dropping all his items for good measure at the very end as well.
Good.
This guy is the ultimate troll when it